Well, I'm going to be a grandmother, and I have spent the last 30 years serving the public and making sure that students have access to quality education. It's been a long, full career, and I had always intended to retire at a time when I was young enough to still enjoy family and to maybe spend a little bit more time on my health. So it's bittersweet leaving after 30 years of service in public education, but I've built an incredible team here. That's probably something else I'm extremely proud of, is the strength of the senior leadership team and our school principals and our teaching and support staff. And so I know that I'm leaving the district in good hands and that they will carry on the important work. Probably the primary goal was to raise student achievement. We were really focused on looking for areas where we had students who were not achieving to their full potential. We used data, we personalized our approach, and we were able to focus in on the value of equity and ensuring that equitable outcomes were available for all students, or that all students had the potential to achieve. What I'm most proud of is raising the Indigenous completion rates, the number of Indigenous students who have completed school ready for post-secondary education or the world of work. We raised that 11%, and our overall completion rate is now close to 93%.
As the Aboriginal Education Council transitioned and went through a 5-year strategic plan, she made sure that she was part of that process personally, and that spoke a lot to we work with 7 First Nations communities within our district specifically, and that spoke a lot to those communities about the importance of the education of Aboriginal learners in this school district particularly.
After it was all said and done, there is a fatigue that settles in, and perhaps even a little bit of the shock after it all was sort of resolved. You realize that there could have been a loss of life, and that for me was a heavy burden to carry for several months. I am so fortunate that I have good people around me who were so very supportive. We had learned so much through the fire that we all just knew how to fall into place and to get the job done. We were able to, I think, communicate our plan in a very efficient way. We were able to get kids and teachers connected in a very, very short order. And I'm really proud of the way the team responded. We realize that there are opportunities still for us to grow in this area. So we have a team under the leadership of Vessi Mochika. She's our Director of Inclusion and Diversity. She will be working with stakeholder families, so families who have lived experience as people of color. She will be working with students who have lived experience, and we will be reflecting on all of our policies, all of our procedures, and our curriculum to make sure that these families, these children, are properly reflected in the curriculum.
She created conditions for learning that allowed equity and inclusion in our system, and students' individual needs are always considered, and that's a direct result of her leadership and her true caring for all students in her system. Alison is an amazing and strong leader. We're going to be very sorry to have her leave.
Public service is something that is near and dear to my heart. I am committed to the Kamloops, the community of Kamloops, to the province of BC, and one never knows what will come. My motto is you say yes. So if opportunities come, you explore them. But for the very near future, my focus is on my health and my new grandson, who will be born in October. So we'll have to see what the future brings.